بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the help of Allah, we began a brief commentary of Quran. We got to chapter An'am. Chapter An'am is one of those chapters that have been revealed in Mecca, and it has 165 verses. Please listen to verse 152.
ولا تقربوا مال اليتيم إلا بالتي هي أحسن حتى يبلغ أشده وأوفوا الكيل والميزان بالقسط لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها وإذا قلتم فاعدلوا ولو كان ذا قربى وبعهد الله أوفوا ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تذكرون.
And do not approach the property of the orphan except in the best manner until he attains his maturity, and give full measure and weight with justice. We do not impose on any soul a duty except to the extent of its ability. وإذا قلتم فاعدلوا ولو كان ذا غربى وبعهد الله أوفوا ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تذكرون. And when you speak, then be just, though it be against a relative, and fulfill Allah's covenant. He has enjoined you, with that you may be mindful. In previous section, we explained a little of this verse until we reach to this point that Allah says, لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها. When Allah had ordered us that when you sell something, try to give it exactly the measure that you had promised, and you made a business. When you got the money to give something, 3 bushels of rice, oil, barley, something like that, try to give exactly 3 bushels. Or 3 pounds, for example, 5 pounds, exactly give it the same. If you reduce a little, if you give a little less than the amount that you made the business on that, it is a kind of stealing. It is forbidden. And it is forbidden because you passed the limitation of Allah. Allah said, give it enough, and you didn't. This is a kind of stealing. And also, it is against haqqun nas. This belongs to other people. The money that you got, little of that money is not yours, belongs to somebody else. So we said, even if another person will forgive you a steal, you have committed and we have committed sin because we have stolen. It is exactly the same that if a thief will steal something and we get it back, okay, we got it back, or he gave it. But for the time that he had stolen, he did something that was forbidden. He committed sin. Even when he returns the money, still for that time he should ask forgiveness. Still he deserved to be punished. This is because he passed the limitation of Allah and limitation of people. He attacked Allah's rights and people's rights. Then when Allah said, okay, give it exactly as you promised and you made a business, then Allah said, لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها. You may say that, okay, but every time we want to measure, there is a possibility that very little we make a mistake. We cannot give exactly the same. Allah wants to say, of course, we don't impose on any soul more than their limitation, their ability. Whatever we are able to do it, of course, what is the extent of our ability, Allah will give exactly the same as our ability. Allah will not put on and impose on our soul a duty more than our ability. Allah says we do not impose on any soul a duty except to the extent of its ability. It means Allah knows our ability and doesn't give us any responsibility more than our ability. When Allah is ordering us to pray, when He orders us to make a fast, when He orders us to go to pilgrimage, all of us says, if you are not able to do it, go to second option. For all of them, we have second option. In Islam, we don't have any duty, any obligations, any forbiddance more than our ability. So here Allah says also, I do not impose on any soul, on any body, any duty except according to their extent of their ability. وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعْدِلُوا. Then Allah says, it was regarding to the business, money, whatever belongs to others. Not only that, when you want to say something, try to be fair and just. When you want to talk, to testify in the court, for example, tell the truth. Even if it is for your brother, your sister, against your mother and father, tell the truth. Allah says, وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعْدِلُوا. When you say something, try to tell the truth. Even if you want to testify against your parents, your children, your brothers and mother, you want to order something, be very careful. When you want to acknowledge something, when you want to testify something in the court, try to tell the truth. Nothing but the truth, even if it is against your father, your mother, your children. وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعْدِلُوا وَلَوْ كَانَ ذَا غُرْبَى. Of course, we should tell the truth all the time. And Allah says, وَلَوْ كَانَ ذَا غُرْبَى, even if that is your relative, because usually in the time of relatives, there is more chance that we lie, because he is my brother, he is my sister. Who passed the traffic light? My brother passed, and I know that. I said, no, never, never. Allah says, even if it is your relative, you want to say something, tell the truth. وَبِعَهْدِ اللَّهِ أَوْفُوا. And try to fulfill your responsibility regarding to the covenant of Allah. Covenant of Allah, the best explanation for Ahdullah is whatever Allah has ordered us. Obligations and anything which is forbidden, all of them are Ahdullah. Ahdullah to the people, covenant between Allah and people. And also we can say Ahdullah, it means something that between ourselves and Allah, we promise to do something. We do ahd and we make a covenant with Allah that I'm going to recite Quran every day. So one meaning of Ahdullah is obligations and forbiddance. Second meaning, which is also true, is if you have a covenant with Allah, you by yourself to do something, it is like promising, like making nazar, try to fulfill it. ذَلِكُمْ وَصَّاكُمْ بِهِ. This is something that Allah has enjoined you, Allah has advised you, ordered you. وَصَّاكُمْ بِهِ, that you should do such a things. لعلكم تذكرون. You may be mindful. Inshallah, there are some points that I would like to talk about this verse and some messages that we can get from this verse. Inshallah, next section I'm going to talk about it. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.